everyone, it's Kez here by Crochet by Kez, and today I'm filming straight after my my yarn on a budget video. And in that video I showed you the new Baby Soft sparkly yarn that I bought today, and today I'm going to do a small tutorial for you using this yarn. I'm going to start a new project. So I've got this yarn, so you can use any DK yarn you like, but I'm using this because I'm going to make a baby blanket using this because I think it would look really nice. So you need your yarn, and for this yarn I'm using a 4.5mm crochet hook, but if you're using a thicker yarn or a thinner yarn, you need to make sure that you've got the right crochet hook that goes with your yarn. So in this tutorial I'm just going to show you the first 3 rows of making the blanket, because that's all I'm going to do, because I'm not going to show it from beginning to end in a video, because this might even take me a week to make. It depends on how much time I get to do it. So I'm only going to show you rows 1, 2 and 3, because row 3 will be the row that you will repeat for the whole project. So let's get started. I'm just going to find the end of my yarn, so bear with me for a moment, because I unravelled a load of yarn just so it'd be a bit easier for the tutorial. So I'm going to just grab my tail end, and I'm just going to move it out of the way just for a minute, just so it's a bit easier. So you're going to begin with making your slip knot to start with. If you don't know how to do a slip knot already, it's really easy. I can do another video on showing you how to do that. So tighten up your slip knot, and I like to just tie my end around again to do a second knot, just because with me personally, you know, I just find that it secures it better. So, and this is my first proper crochet tutorial, so if it's not brilliant I do apologise, and do let me know any ways you think I could maybe improve it so you can see better, because I'm a beginner. This is my first ever tutorial. I've only ever done reviews on yarn and things like that, so, and my hand might get in the way because I'm right-handed, and I'm only using my tablet to record, so I don't have very good ways of recording. So you're going to start off, you're going to chain 4, so 1, 2, 3 and 4. And then in the chain furthest from the hook, so your very end chain, you're going to put your hook into there, and you're going to do a slip stitch. So you just pull your yarn through, and then you pull that same piece of yarn through the other loop on your hook. So now you've created a little loop. So for round 1, you're going to chain 3, so 1, 2 and 3. Then you're going to do 2 more double crochets. So you're going to wrap yarn around hook, go through the loop, go through your center loop, grab the yarn, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So you're going to do that one more time. So wrap yarn around hook, put it through your center of your loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2 more loops. So here you've created your first cluster for your blanket. So next you're going to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and you're going to do another 3 double crochets into that center ring again. Now with the first cluster, when we done our chain 3, we only then done 2 double crochets after that, because that starting chain 3 counts as your first double crochet. So now you're going to do 3 double crochets, so yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and again yarn over, insert, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. So I'm going to do, so we finished our second cluster, and you're going to repeat that until you've got 4 clusters in total. So you're going to chain 3, then you're going to do 3 double crochets into your center, then you're going to chain 3 again and do another set of 3 double crochets to finish the row. So I'm going to do this with you quickly. So 1, 2 and 3, and then I'm going to do my 3 double crochets. And I just want to say on a side note while we're doing this, is that this yarn is, I know I've only just started, but this yarn is really nice to crochet with, and for a baby blanket it's going to come out really nice, I think. So I'm doing my last cluster, so my last set of 3 double crochets. So this is what we have, and to finish off this row you're going to chain 3, so 1, 2 and 3, and where on your first cluster where you've got your chain 3, you're going to count up 3 chains from the bottom, so 1, 2, 3, and you're going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3. And that finishes off your first row. If you hear beeping, I do apologise, it's the washing machine. So now we're going to begin round 2. So for this you want to chain 3, so 1, 2, 3, and then you want to do 1 more chain. So this counts as a double crochet and a chain 1. And now what you're going to do is you're going to do 3 double crochets into this corner chain space. So 1, oops, sorry, my yarn came out of my hook. So that's 2 and 3. So that's what you should have, and then you're going to chain 3, and then you're going to do another 3 double crochets in that same space. So we're building up the corners here. So just like that. So that's one corner, and you're going to do the same. You're going to chain 1, and then you're going to go into this space, and you're going to do 3 double crochets, chain 1 and 3 double crochets. Then in this corner you're going to chain 1, then in this corner you're going to do the same, 3 double crochets, chain 3 and 3 double crochets. Then you're going to chain 1, and then in this last space, as we get back to the beginning, you're going to do 3 double crochets, chain 3 and then 2 double crochets, because this chain here counts as your first. So if you need to listen to those instructions again, pause the video and you can always go back and listen to the instructions again. I'm going to pause the video now and I'm going to go on and finish this round, and I'll meet you back when we're at the end of the round. Right, okay, so I'm coming up to the end of my round. So in this last corner, you should have done your three double crochets, chain 3, and then 2 double crochets. And this chain 3 here that we started the row with, you're going to count up 1, 2, 3, and you're going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3 that we started. So that's now made that cluster. So this is what you should have now. And as you can see, it's starting to look really, really nice. And this is really nice and soft, and it's lovely to work with. So I'm going to show you one more round, because this next round, round 3, is the round that you're going to repeat for the whole project. So this is the last round I'm going to be doing with you guys. So for this, you want to start, for round 3, you want to start by chaining 3. And then in that space where your chain 3 is linked to, you want to do 2 double crochets. So 1 and 2. Then you're going to chain 1, and in this corner, every time you get to a corner, you're going to do 3 double crochets, chain 3, and 3 more double crochets in that same corner space, because this is where you are building your corners. So let's do our 3 double crochets. So there's one set of 3 double crochets. Then you're going to chain 3, and in that same gap you do another 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. So this is what it should look like so far on your row. So you can see clearly where we started. So now we're going to chain 1, and in the next space between clusters you're going to do 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. Then you're going to chain 1 again, and we've come to another corner. So in the corner again you do 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. Then you want to chain 3, and then in that same space you want to do another 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. So let me just get some more yarn here. Oops. So chain 1, and in the next space do 3 double crochets. That's 2, and that's 3. So you can see we've done half of it now of round 3, and you're basically just doing your basic granny square. So this row that we're doing now, you just repeat this row for the rest of the blanket. So chain 1, and then we're back in a corner piece. So you do your 3 double crochets in that corner space. So 1, oops, 2 and 3. Then again you chain 3, so 1, 2, 3. Then you do another 3 double crochets in that same space. So you're building up, every time you get to a corner you're building the corners. So here's what we have so far. Chain 1, and in the next space do 3 double crochets. So we're nearly at the end of this row now. So like I said, this row is what you'll repeat for the whole blanket. So you're going to chain 1, and we're in our last corner now before we're back at the beginning. So in that last corner, 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to chain 3. Then in that same space, another 3 double crochets. So 1, 2 and 3. Now at the beginning here you can see we have our last cluster that we've just finished with, and we have one that we started the row with. So to make that space between the clusters, you want to chain 3. So 1, 2, no, you want to chain 1. I do apologise. You want to chain 1. So you do a chain 1, and then you count 1, 2, 3, and in the top of that chain 3 of that cluster you want to do a slip stitch. So let's take my hook out for a minute so I can show you what we have. So this is the end of round 3, and this is what we have. And round 3 that we have just completed, you repeat that for the rest of the blanket. So when you do a corner, when you get to a corner, you do your 3 double crochets, chain 3, and then another 3 double crochets in the same corner space. And then in the other spaces in between, you chain 1 between. So in this corner you do 3 double crochets, chain 3, then 3 more double crochets, and to go to the next space you chain 1, then in the next space you do 3 double crochets. So that's all I'm going to show for now, because this round we've just done, you repeat that round for the rest of the blanket. Or you can just stop here and just make loads of these little granny squares, and you can just join them up into a big blanket yourself. But I think this is going to make a really nice baby blanket. Do you see how sparkly that is? Really beautiful to work with. I definitely recommend this yarn from Pound Stretchers if you have one near you. So I hope you guys found this video useful. Do leave a comment on what you thought, because this is my first ever tutorial I have done. And yeah, leave a like and a thumbs up, and do comment on anything else you want to know or anything else you'd like me to do. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye for now, my crochetters.